Hey, look out. It's FaithTalk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
Hey, on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, you'll see Caleb Perry there, singer, songwriter, and dancer. He's got a new song out. It's called Trust You. I saw the video. Good stuff. Caleb, how are you?
Why, thank you. I am great, man. I am loving life.
Loving life. That's a good thing because in our world these days, it's crazy. It's crazy, but glad that you're here. And you are located in Douglasville, so you aren't off in some far off distant land. You're right here with us in the Atlanta area. So thanks for
Yes,
joining
yes.
us.
Of
Yeah,
course. Thank you for having me.
absolutely. Well, let's talk a little. I mentioned a new song. Your new song is called Trust You. We'll talk about that in a second. I love that you put down here you were inspired. You're a dancer as well. But I love that you were inspired by Michael Jackson's Remember the Time.
Oh,
So
yes.
let's talk about that. In fact, I had to go back and I brought it up on YouTube to watch that video because I was trying to remember which one that was.
Hmm.
Now that was like what, 2009, 2008? When was that?
Yeah, like 2000, early 2000s.
Yeah, yeah.
Early 2000s.
So you're watching that video, which was awesome, right? As well as his other stuff. What was it about that one that you saw and said, "Wait a minute, I think I can do this"?
Right. So for me, growing up, I've always known that I've had a different style. I've had a different, and that's, visually, vocally, just all the way around. I was different in any genre that I wanted to do. So seeing Michael Jackson, he was so different from all the other male performers, whether it was Christian, R&B, pop, he was just so different. And it was like, oh, it is okay to be a little different.
Mm-hmm.
I can get with that. So that started my journey of, really learning who I am as an artist and being okay with it more so
Mm-hmm.
than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started with MJ.
So, how old were you then when you saw that and you thought this is what I want to do?
Ooh, had to be 9, 10, 9 or 10.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
yeah,
good
that's
impressionable age music wise. I mean, that's when you really start to go, yeah, I think this is kind of more my style. And so, who else besides Michael Jackson? Who else did you always have in your CD player or MP3 player, whatever you were listening to?
wow. So I have a wide range of inspirations. It was the Clark sisters, Michael Jackson, back then Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera,
Yeah.
NSYNC, Usher, Yolanda Adams, Kirk Franklin. It was
Hmm.
just a wide range. I love all of the sounds.
Yeah.
Brandy Norwood. She's vocally one of my favorites. Um, I listened to so much, and all of it had an impact on my music today.
Hmm.
If you'll go to YouTube and if you'll go to Caleb's website, calebperryworld.com, you'll see some of the videos that he has, just some really good stuff. New song out now, Trust You. How long has this been out?
2 weeks now, I want to say. Yeah. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks officially.
Now, if I remember right, I was reading a little bit on, I think maybe it was this song or maybe one of your other songs. And this one took what, a couple of months to put together? Is that the norm as you sit down and write? You being a singer songwriter, you say, okay, I'm going to focus the next 2 months. I'm going to write a song. How's this work for you?
So usually it does not take that long. Usually what will happen is an entire project or an entire theme for a season will come to me. And, I right away, I just write, and record. This particular song, everything that I wrote, God would stop me, sit me down and say, okay, but is that really what you want to say? Is that really how you want to say it? Is that
Hmm.
really how you want to sing it? Honestly, there might be 15 different versions of this particular song. Um, I would record a version of it and I like it I like it to a degree, and it just wouldn't sit well with me. I like it's what I'm used to, but it just wasn't it. Something was still missing. So I just kept going back to the drawing board and got the final product.
So tell us about the new song that just came out then, and just the meaning with the lyrics and how it came about.
So Trust You, I was dealing with a lot personally, And at some point, I had to have a conversation with God. Hey, you are the number one, what can I say? The number one example of what a relationship is. So
Mm-hmm.
let me really talk about what that is. Trust. What does that look like? Does that mean, everything's always perfect? Do I always agree with it? Do I always have to understand or know what's going on in that relationship? And of course, no, especially with God, absolutely not. We'll never always have that full understanding. And so I had to deal with my doubts and my insecurities in that.
Mm.
Um, my control issues to the degrees that I do have them. What does it mean? And what does it mean to let go and trust? So one of my favorite lines, honestly, in the song is "holding on with my arms wide open."
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
What a beautiful picture, man. Yeah, yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
It was mind blowing learning that lesson that, yeah, you hold on to your faith, you can hold on to God, you hold on to it, but not the way that, we're used to as humans. We think we have to grasp it and control it. It's when you let go and you can trust God fully. That's when you really have a hold on things.
Mm.
Caleb Perry with a singer-songwriter, dancer. So far, what have you heard from folks that have watched the video, have listened to the song? How's it touching their lives?
So a lot of my music, I get a lot of comments stating that they don't know that I'm really talking about God. So that's what I really get. And, I absolutely love that. Like I said, he is the example of, what we should experience here on earth. And that is with relationships. So a big part of my journey writing Christian music is, let's make it for more than just Christians. If we want people to really understand who God is and seek that relationship with him, let's try to approach it where, it's captivating for them first. And once they like it, they'll get the message. They'll be able to apply it to their spiritual relationship, and hopefully God will lead them in their, everyday earthly relationships.
Mm.
So that's been the biggest take, the receiving take back that I've been getting. Like, oh, this is really good, considering whether you're talking spirituality or just, my friend, my spouse, whatever it may be.
Caleb, I want to ask you about something on your website. It says it's coming soon, the Bold, Brave, Beautiful store. Tell us about Bold, Brave, Beautiful.
I am so excited about that. I cannot wait. Um, as a kid, like I said, I knew, I had the knowledge that I'm a little different than what the commercial aspect of music and artistry says a male should be, especially as a
Mhm.
Christian. So
Mm.
there was the whole thing of learning how to be bold, brave, and accepting it. So realizing that this version of Christianity can be beautiful. It is beautiful, and it is effective. It's helped me find the true purpose of Jesus Christ,
Mm.
not to appease, institutions and other people, but really, really get to know Him, love God, and love Jesus. So it's a bold, brave, and beautiful lifestyle. Definitely, when you go into the relationship aspect, God will tell you something specifically for you that maybe your leader may not always necessarily agree with.
Mm.
Um, may not hurt anyone else, but it is best for you in
Mm.
your walk with God. And so, you have to be bold with relationship, and you have to be brave with it. And it's a beautiful thing. It's honestly a beautiful thing. That's how, you can live a great life.
Yeah. There's some beautiful clothing on there. The shirts and pants and all kinds of stuff. Really cool looking logo. And so I can't wait for it to be officially here. It says coming soon. So any idea when we can expect it?
I want it before my birthday, June.
Okay.
But that's me. That's what I want.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is, with everything that I do, I'm not looking for numbers. I'm not looking for, oh, I've sold this many. Oh, this many people have, purchased it. I'm looking for the method that would best benefit the souls and the mentality and the heart of people.
Yeah.
So I don't want to just, yes, it's on my website. Yes, you'll be able to purchase it from my website. I'm looking at other places that I would be able to put it, but I don't want to just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Everything's intentional that I do, honestly.
Good.
Caleb Perry, you can check out all his stuff, calebperryworld.com. The last couple of years have been crazy town as far as actors, musicians, singer-songwriters, comedians. How's it going for you for 2022 publicly? Do you have any places you're going to be singing?
Yes. So the most recent, I'm scheduled February 14th on Atlanta Live. There is another performance that is being solidified February 26th. More information about that will be on my website as well.
Cool.
Things are starting to pick up. I know for me, I have my beliefs, and I believe in everyone being safe. I do know, others, they have their beliefs that, hey, we should go back to normal, get used to it, things like that. I personally just don't want to put people in jeopardy. I want to always be considerate of that. I mean, as a performer, I'll be on stage, so I'm not the one that would have to deal with the crowd and have to deal with, okay, are you positive? Are you positive? I can control my team, things like that. So I'm very aware of that. I pray, we get back to a sense of normalcy. But I also do appreciate the acceptance of this new wave of how we have to do art. Things like this, virtual interviews and virtual performances. I'm excited for those types of artists that will really thrive in that world, that realm.
Awesome.
That's so good. Caleb Perry, check out his stuff, calebperryworld.com. We'd love to have you back. Caleb, we got to take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.